to Third Phase of Moon. Blake Cousins along with my brother Brent and Paula Asteria and Dr. J Radio Live. We're going over incredible videos just in, and we're sharing it to the world. LAX, a major commercial airliner set to land, and right off the coast of California, we're looking at something massive. A cylindrical object is hovering in the sky. We're going to get some close-ups. Guys, tell me what you think we're looking at right now. Once again, we're going to get some enhancements, some close-ups of this object just hovering in the sky. Somebody was smart enough to, again, capture the phenomenon. I'm hoping pilots are going to come forward and start bringing more information, but we're looking at this. Brent, your thoughts quickly.
Yeah, this is a good catch. Definitely somebody saw something out their window over there and they pulled the camera out, had the right mind to say, what the heck is this? And look at this. We got this great close-up right here. Could it be a blip? This thing seems much bigger than a blip. Maybe I'm looking at the footage too. Could there be maybe some manipulation with the footage being stretched, making a blip look larger than it is? That's a possibility, but if that's not the case, we're looking at something that I'm not familiar with.
You know, I'm wondering what people from the ground are seeing when I see this right now, because it's so high up in the sky, and these Tic Tac looking craft, they usually tend to be metallic, and if you were looking at this from the ground, it would just kind of mirror the sky around it, and you might not even be able to see it. You know, so it's interesting these people are on the plane or capturing this. I think that's really incredible, and I wonder if anyone on the ground actually captured it.
You know, that's our plea to anybody over off the California southern coast right there. If they saw anything amazing in the sky, we're trying to lock down the exact location. But Dr. J, your thoughts when you looked at this today?
I don't think this is a blimp at all unless it's modified. To me, it looks more like a saucer, if not a cigar-shaped object. Another thing, too, is if we can get the known distances from the plane to the mountain, using trigonometry, we could actually figure out the length of this craft or whatever it is. And not just that, where is the air traffic controllers? Where are the radar if it caught on radar? We need those people to come out as well.
That's right. Good questions there, Dr. J. Absolutely. We could triangulate this object and maybe get the exact size through mathematics. That's definitely possible. Again, we're pleading to the pilots. If they saw anything out there, and if you've captured the phenomenon, don't hesitate. Just reach out to us right here at Third Phase Moon. I know you guys are seeing things in the skies every day, but right now we're just receiving it from passengers aboard these commercial airliners, and I guess we'll take it. Absolutely. Keep it up. Everybody's doing a good job. And guys, we don't have any explanation of what we're looking at. We don't see any gondola underneath, any propellers on this thing. And again, it looks to be quite massive. Now, more videos coming in. Trail Cam captures something we can't explain. Watch this. So this video was captured in 2022, but this is the first time we've ever seen this footage, this data, and I'm saying right now that I'm pretty sure this is the first time that anybody's seen this on the internet at the moment. So as we look at these dancing orbs in the light, we see some kind of possible craft in the background there. What are we looking at? Weather phenomenon or something otherworldly?
Yeah, Blake, when I first saw this, I'm like, what the hell is going on? Because it has you wondering. You see these plasmic lights kind of blend in and kind of dance with each other, almost become one, and then it just shoots off straight to the sky. Then we see this kind of like maybe jellyfish-like thing just hovering there in the background. And then I maybe have put it together. Is this a possible Elon Musk rocket launch? And we're seeing the rockets falling back to the ground, and we're seeing a rocket going straight to space. And maybe that's what we're looking at. But then again, nobody knows what this is.
Yeah, it looks like something is almost coming out of the mist and joining with this orb that's shooting up out of the mist in a different area. So, I don't know, it's kind of interesting, but I also wonder if maybe some sort of bug or something is in from the trail cam and it's making some sort of effect. I don't think that's likely though, because it definitely looks like something is coming out of the clouds here. So, I don't know, maybe it's a ball lightning or plasma.
The phenomenon, it happens actually all the time and people are capturing it. Dr. J, when you're looking at this, did you see anything that struck your idea of that this is unexplainable?
Yeah, well, first of all, as you mentioned, the two orbs seem to merge together and actually get smaller when they're one before they take off. And another thing, speaking of ball lightning, I did some research on that. That's only a theoretical explanation. No scientist has ever actually concluded what it is and why it's called. Actually, the first person to label something ball lightning was Dr. J. Allen Hynek back when he was running Project Blue Book. This is very, very weird, and I like how bright it is in a trail cam.
You know, you're exactly right. The phenomenon of ball lightning still remains a mystery to physicists and science alike. So at the moment, Third Phase of Moon, I think, has one of the biggest archives of the ball lightning phenomenon on the planet. Are we looking at something that could be biological in nature? Again, these things seem to be attracted to one another, and this thing back in the background still is interesting to me. Could it be some kind of UFO? And these are some kind of drones set to descend upon us. I'm not exactly sure. Go ahead, Dr. J.
I was just going to say, you said the magic word. It's something I written down. Organic. Is this possibly something biological that's in the sky? Maybe not metallic, not such a structured craft. So we have to keep that possibility open as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, I want to get your opinions in this live premiere. We're showcasing a lot of footage tonight, and let me tell you, things are blowing up right here at Third Phase Moon. Our best of videos of November 2022 is just over 500,000 views. People are watching our archives and the evidence as it comes in on a daily basis. So let's get into the next video. And again, what we're sharing with you, we want to be open-minded and we want to share it as it comes in, and then we could give our opinions, but we want to remain kind of grounded with the evidence as we display it to the people around the world. Let's roll this one. All right, it's a quick video, broad daylight. We're seeing somebody, we don't know the exact location, looking from the precipice down in a canyon and captures something extraordinary. Are we looking at something that's legit, or is this some kind of a hoax going on? I got a funny feeling about this one, Brett.
Yeah, a couple people has been sharing this. Got it in my Gmail and Facebook. Somebody said, you got to analyze this. Is this legit? Because they actually fell for it. I'm looking at this and I'm seeing some really true tell signs about how computer CGI works. And this is looking like a simple software of a fake blur. And then you don't even see the background parallaxing when it's on the mountain. I think it's actually just a still photo, and then they just inserted it in and then masked it around the mountain. Really simple stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely couldn't have explained it better than that. You know, it definitely looks not quite real to me. I see a lot of blurred edges and just weird spaces, but I don't know. What are your thoughts, Dr. J?
You know what? Obviously, we always have to make sure or be open to the possibility that things could be faked. But if this is real, this looks like not necessarily a top shape, but more like a diamond shape. Very similar to the Cash Landrum incident back in Texas, I believe in 1980 or even just before that, where they saw a diamond-shaped craft chased by 20 Chinook helicopters. It's going very slowly. You don't see anything mechanical moving. You don't see propellers or anything like that. So if it is real, this is one of the better ones, I have to say.
Definitely we're open-minded. I think over the years of looking at the evidence coming in from around the world at Third Phase Moon for over a decade, I think we're pretty comfortable to say that somebody manipulated this, but like you say, Dr. J, we just don't know, and hopefully it's real. But I think maybe in the next few days or maybe tomorrow we're going to find out more information about this particular video making the rounds. So we'll keep an eye on it. Now, more videos coming in to Third Phase of Moon, and we want to share it as quick as possible. So let's roll it. Did you see that? Again, the trail cam footage is where it's at. It continues to roll. Wildlife triggers things. You see the deer that I think triggered the trail cam, but then all of a sudden something shoots across the sky in a perfect plane. I'm not exactly sure what we're looking at, but it looks bizarre. That's why we're sharing it.
Yeah, again, look at this thing. It just zips by the camera. The deer doesn't even flinch. It's interesting. I wonder if it's aware of what just passed it. Again, we see this kind of plasmic, whatever it is, just kind of come in from the far off distance and make its way past the camera. Pretty cool stuff. Again, could it just be some sort of maybe floating trash, something very light, gossamer just floating in the wind, and it just shot past the camera, caught it on the trail cam? Or is this something more special?
Yeah, and I'm going to do some enhancements right now, slow it down, and actually maybe get a still photo of this from the original video.
Yeah, I was actually wondering if maybe this was an owl. It's night and it seems to be something flying by. But then when you look at it, it stops here. I don't see any wings. So, I mean, unless it's kind of aerodynamic and putting the wings at the sides, it doesn't really make sense that it would be an owl to me. So I don't know what else it could be. I mean, it definitely looks like bright white. Maybe it's lit up or something. I'm not sure.
You bring up the owl aspect. That's interesting. Is it swooping? Again, it seems so much on this trajectory of a horizontal. So I'm not exactly sure. Swooping owl or something else, Dr. J?
You hit the head on the nail. I don't know if it's an owl or a bird or anything like that, but it seems way too fast to be any sort of animal that we have on Earth. And then when you freeze the frame, the shape looks kind of weird. You don't see any flapping of wings or anything like that. Now, is it really small and close, or is it a little bigger but further than the deer? And one other thing, why did the deer not respond? If it was something predatory, the deer definitely would have looked up or run away or something. Again, I go back to the fact that this is so fast that I don't even know if the deer caught it.
Yeah, good call, Dr. J. Those owls are pretty stealthy when they swoop by, and they could be pretty silent. But yeah, again, very strange. And this is a strange one that we wanted to share with you once again right here at Third Phase of Moon. Something that we have no explanation to has been captured again off the California coast. I think this is coming in from Camarillo, California, and somebody captured things that must still boggle their minds even to this day, because right now we don't have an explanation of what they captured. Brent, your thoughts?
Yeah, this one always interested me. You could look at this thing, and if you caught this on camera, you would say, what the heck is this? Because I still don't know what it is. I've never seen a balloon shaped like this. Point it out if you do. But right now we're looking at something, again, it's unexplained.
Yeah, I definitely don't think this would be a balloon, and it almost has these like wings or like pointed things sort of pointing up at the top, and I don't know what that could possibly be. So, but it seems to be floating very slowly or having these sort of slow maneuvers.
Yeah, again, Dr. J, you looked at this. You called it like an inverted Viking helmet. Quickly.
Yeah, this one's definitely more like an inverted Viking helmet. It's definitely weird. I've never seen anything shaped like that, but at the same time, over the last decade, we've seen more different shapes than we've ever seen before. Are we being visited by things that have never been here before until recently? Or is this new technology that we're testing. But I have a theory about that. If we're testing something, why would we test it in civilian areas? We have Groom Lake. You guys have all been to Area 51, or at least outside of it, and you saw the security up there and how much area they have to test things. You know, it strikes me as strange to do this in a residential area.
You know, again, I'm hoping more people capture that phenomenon over there in California, Camarillo. Something happened. And again, I think this came in just down the road, Santa Monica. Something was captured over the sky, and we're looking at it right now. Are we looking at some kind of new propaganda advertisement display, or is this some kind of surveillance drone? Again, it's kind of ominous, but we don't have an explanation of what's going on here.
Yeah, this is bizarre. We're looking at this thing. It's up there. We see these lights, the red and white, and it makes this rotation. If you saw this while you're walking the streets of Santa Monica, would you think you're being spied on? Oh, absolutely. Is this new technology that's just about to be dropping, or is this something maybe nefarious? Could it be a hoax? That's a possibility, but in my opinion, I think this is up there.
Yeah, you know, this red and blue light on it is actually coming off as very ominous to me. I mean, it looks like something that could be in the Terminator or something. But it does sort of make me feel like it's a spy craft or something like that, because of the way it's kind of turning and just sort of hovering in one spot. It just seems that it's kind of projecting something onto the ground. I don't know. That's what I think when I see this.
Dr. J?
This one's interesting. Again, another diamond shape or top shape, because it's like two inverted pyramids stacked, on top of each other. And on top of that, the lights are not blinking according to FAA regulations. That's what makes us suspects.
Yeah, good call. And again, I think everybody is on the table right here. And again, I want to get your thoughts in this live premiere. Does this look kind of like a law enforcement drone out there? We're just throwing it out there, but again, it has this kind of a feeling that it's spying on people. But again, we don't have any explanation. Is this a kite, or is this some kind of propped up drone, a balloon? We're not exactly sure, but we want to get your thoughts for sure. Now, again, you guys want to see broad daylight UFO videos. People say they're not clear enough. We got one for you that pretty much, it reminds me of that Bob Lazar shit. Check it out. It's one of those videos that makes you think, and we're going to play it back in reverse right here, forward and backward, of this craft that seemingly just hangs up in the air. No prop propeller blades whatsoever. Nothing indicating propulsion that we could explain, and we're going to get some close-ups on it. This is showcasing something, in my opinion, that is exotic in nature.
Yeah, we're looking at this thing. If it's a vehicle, it's moving very stealthily because it has this like nice motion. Drones kind of oscillate, and you can see the prop propellers. We're seeing nothing on this. It's just smooth. It's gliding, and it's kind of rock solid. No oscillation again. Then we get these really great close-up shots of it. We see this kind of red, kind of maybe something protruding from the bottom of this craft. And then it has this again, Blake, the classic Bob Lazar craft. That's it. It's a dead ringer.
This one definitely looks like a classic. I'm loving this. I'm seeing what you were pointing out, Brent, of this like red light at the bottom. It almost seems like a little siren light, and it's red. But then when it goes over, you don't see it anymore. I guess maybe that's from the sun behind the craft. It looks like someone's in their car filming this, so I think that's really interesting. Like maybe they were just driving and it flew over. So that's pretty cool.
This is what people want to see, the broad daylight flying saucers. I think we're looking at it. Some people might dismiss this as some kind of just drone, but again, where's the indicator of propulsion here? Do you see any, Dr. J?
No, not at all. No exhaust, no propellers, no wings, nothing like that. Straight, like you said, from Bob Lazar's sport model. That's why I love this so much. And it's going so slow. And you see no propellers, no wings, no exhaust, nothing like that. If we have a drone that goes up, obviously you have to have some sort of lift, such as, propellers. We don't see anything like that. And I'm assuming this thing had no noise either. Straight out of a comic book, straight out of a movie, and straight out of S4. This is truly an amazing video.
Guys, if you've enjoyed this episode tonight, make sure you share the link on your social media. Get the word out. Third Phase of Moon is sharing the evidence that the world needs to see. We're breaking it. The major media is not. We're talking to the public, and they know to reach out to us if they've captured the phenomenon. My email's in the description. Everybody be safe. Keep your eyes on the skies. Blake Cousins, we'll see you next time.
Over and out.
We'll check you next time.
10-4.